Gentle with Koa. So you extended his stay. We got one more training session in, and Koa and I are going to work on leash walking since that was the area for the biggest improvement last time. So before we jump right into healing, I'm going to do some loose leash walking with him. Now remember, loose leash walking and healing is different. For loose leash walking, I give him the whole length of the leash, so he has all this room to explore. And for healing, we keep him close on our left side, and he's supposed to keep right up with us without lagging behind or pulling ahead. So, since he's out here, he probably thinks that he's getting in the van to go home. So, he was pulling a little bit when we came out, kind of like this. So we're going to work on that pulling right now. Remember, we have the two methods of correcting loose leash walking, or correcting pulling on the leash, and that's the back method and reverse method. So for the back, once you pull on, your arm gets out like that, you stop, plant your feet, and pat your leg or snap your fingers and say, "Koa, back." And you can see he responds, and we have this nice slack in our leash. So, the next method would be the reverse method, which once he starts pulling, you turn 180 degrees from where he's pulling, give the leash a little jiggle and say, "Koa, this way." And he responds well to that too. So, we are going to walk around and kind of walk towards the van, see if he starts pulling in that direction. And I'll use the methods kind of interchangeably, whichever one seems to work best for the situation. So come on, Koa. Got a little bit closer to the van, and so that's why I did the reverse method. So I'm going to try that again, and you can see Koa's been reminded of his manners, and we walked all the way back here with no problems. He was walking on a nice loose leash the entire time. Okay, come on, Koa. Definitely wants to go to that van. He's ready for a car ride. Go this way. Good boy. But he's doing very well. Now, he does pull so that the leash gets tight, but it's not like he's crouching down and really trying to power through. So, even though the leash does get tight, it is manageable, and he is very responsive to the different ways of correction. Now remember, when you take him out for walks and you're walking on a loose leash, it's important to never let him get away with pulling. That way it'll just become a habit for him to always walk on a loose leash. He's smart, and he will learn with consistency that pulling on the leash isn't going to get him anywhere faster, because you either stop him or turn him around. But he's doing a very good job. Okay. Oh, also, one last thing with loose leash walking. When you are walking, remember the proper way to hold the leash. So you want to put your thumb through the loop and then make a fist around the leash like that. Now, that makes it comfortable. It kind of distributes the weight and the pressure from the leash throughout your hand. And also, as long as you keep your fist closed, Koa cannot get this leash out of your hand. It's nice and secure. So, with that last little note, we're going to move on to healing. So healing is a lot more controlled, where we care a lot more about where Koa is walking and what he's doing when we stop. So I'm going to get treats out, since this is something Koa was struggling with last time. I want to use the treats so that he gets used to really practicing healing the correct way and the way I want him to. Come on, come here. Start position. Sit. Good boy. Okay. Okay, this is exactly how it should look when you start healing. So, his head is even with my legs, he's right next to me, his body is straight, and he is ready to go. Now, what you can do is you can either gather up the slack in the leash like this, or you can have it like this. Have a slack leash and use this hand to control it. Koa. Sit. Good boy. Okay, so I'm going to have the leash like this so I can have a treat in this hand. So you can kind of chew on it and it naturally puts it in the right position for us to walk. Now when you start out, you lead with your left foot. It's the one closest to him. It tells him that we're getting ready to go. Not yet though. Okay, Koa, heel. Heel. Good boy. Good heel, Koa. Good boy. Good boy. That was really good. Koa, heel. Good heel, good boy. Good boy. Okay, so he's really paying good attention to me. I really like to see that. And he sits automatically and he sits nice and straight. A lot of times dogs will kind of swing outward or come in front of us to sit because that's what they're used to. If we have a treat, we're usually have them sitting right in front of us. Come on, come here. Sit. Good sit, good boy. Okay, so Koa's still lagging a little bit. When I noticed that last time walking around, he seems to respond better if you just kind of give him encouragement and slap your leg instead of pulling on the leash. No, Koa, sit. Koa, sit. Come here. Sit. Good, sit. He's lazy. He doesn't like to stay in those sits. Okay, but I was saying kind of slapping on the leg, telling him good heel, making kind of the kissing sound like, come on, Koa, you know, things like that seem to work well to encourage him to speed it up a little bit. No, sit. No. Koa. Koa, come here. I'm working on him, making him stay in that sit because I told him to sit. Good boy. Okay. As I was saying, if you try to, you know, put constant pressure on the leash, he kind of fights against that. And you can see in a little bit in this video and in other videos where I'm trying to keep him in a sit and prevent him from laying down. If I pull up on the leash, he just kind of flops back into the leash. So he's fighting against the pressure. No, Koa, come here. Good boy, sit. Good boy. So that's why at the end when he wasn't responding to me, you know, patting my leg, encouraging him like that, I was giving him tugs on the leash like that. And that's more effective. He feels more of a difference that way. So we're going to keep healing, not lay down. So sit. No, sit. No. Good boy. Good boy. Heel. Heel. Good boy. Nope. Good boy. So I'm doing small tugs on the leash instead of a long pull. Nope. Nope. Good boy. Good heel. Good boy. Heel. Good boy. Come on, come on. Heel. Heel. Good heel. Good boy, Koa. Oh, fair enough. He saw the treat flying, so can't get too mad at him for that. Good heel, good boy. All right, that was really good. So, just remember to give him lots of encouragement. You're really gonna have to work a little harder yourself to encourage him, so that Koa wants to stay up closer to you, so it becomes more of a habit. Remember, you want to practice the right way instead of letting him get away with little things here and there, because he will learn those tricks and shortcuts, and then he's training you instead of you training him. But he does really well, so hopefully this helps, and it will give him a good brush up on leash walking before he goes home to you tonight. This was Rachel and Koa, and we were working on loose leash walking and heeling.